So in this video, I also share my thoughts on other potential stocks and my mindset behind the portfolio. 4 months ago, my portfolio was worth $4.5 million. The market has been sideways, but I'm still up $298,934.
Kelvin here. It's been a while since my last portfolio update in 2020. With that being said, let's get back to kaypoing about my portfolio. And now, here's the moment you have been waiting for. I'll show you my updated portfolio. First on this list, ARK Innovation ETF. This ETF is by ARK Invest, who you might know is the biggest bull for Tesla. ARK invests mainly in disruptive innovation. If you are blur and you don't know what's that, basically it's technology. Not just that, when disruptive innovation happens, it will change the way we do things. For example, last time we ride on horses to go around. Not we, of course, I mean the people in the past. But after steam engine was invented, we started to travel around with train and cars. There's a lot more stuff like telephone, electricity, computers, internet, TikTok. Okay, not TikTok. Every time an innovation happens, our lives change and improve for the better. So that's basically ARK, investing in disruptive innovation. Overall, I'm up by 7% on ARK and the weighting is quite small at only 3.8%. Next, I have ARKG. This ETF is also by ARK Invest, but this time it is related to genomics. Basically, innovation in the medical sector. Stuff like DNA sequencing, gene editing, gene therapy, and so on. If you feel it's very cheap or deep, basically, here's what it means. I also don't know how to explain to you. Here's an example. Right now, we have a lot of diseases that can't be treated properly, like cancer, dementia, and diabetes. But that's only because there are bugs in our DNA. So this kind of DNA technologies will allow doctors to cure or even prevent diseases in the future. So that's basically ARKG, investing in genomic technologies. Overall, I'm down by 24%. The weighting is also quite small at around 2.8%. Personally, I'm not too worried about this because I believe these technologies will eventually come out. It's just a matter of time. Next, I have Lemonade. I know, it's not what you think. Lemonade doesn't sell lemonade. Same thing for Apple. Apple doesn't sell Apple. Lemonade is an insurance company, but they do things differently. They use AI. So it's super fast to get your insurance and to get payouts. I believe this will be the future of insurance, where we no longer have to go through insurance agents to buy insurance. Just go online, click buy, and tada! You'll be protected already. So simple. Unfortunately for Lemonade, I'm down a godlike 54%, but luckily it's just 0.51% of my portfolio. Right now, I'm still not sure whether I should continue to hold or sell it off to redeploy the money elsewhere. Let's see. Next, I own Square. This company enables small businesses to accept credit card payments, track sales, and inventory. Square revenue and user base has been growing steadily, and I think their growth will continue on as they disrupt other payment platforms like Visa, MasterCard, and banks. For Square, I'm up by 60%, and the weighting is slightly higher at 6.9%. Lastly, I have Tesla. Okay, I think I don't really need to explain Tesla too much. It's basically an electric vehicle company that wants to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Since the start of this year, Tesla has basically been flat, and I'm consistently dollar cost averaging into Tesla. Tesla goes up, I buy. Tesla goes down, I shout "What lah!" and I buy more. Overall, I'm up by 85% and Tesla is about 76% of my portfolio. So yeah, I'm personally quite confident in Tesla, and that's why I'm able to go heavy into Tesla. Next, besides stocks, I've also started investing into cryptos since my last portfolio update. I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, and overall, they are up quite a bit.
In this video, I'm going to talk about my net worth and plans for the future. Net worth is the sum of all our assets minus our liabilities. So let us begin. In Singapore, usually the biggest part of our net worth is our property. A few years ago, my wife and I were deciding between staying in public housing, HDB, or a condo where it has pools like this. And the price difference was pretty big. $1 million for a HDB, $1.5 million for a similar sized condo. And so my pitch to my wife was, if we stayed in a HDB, that would be a family-funded trip to Japan for the rest of our lives because we love going to Japan. So we ultimately ended up buying a HDB. Of course, as you know, in the last 2 years, we couldn't travel to Japan because of COVID. So looking forward to going back to Japan again soon, hopefully next year when the borders reopen. Next, we've got stocks. I've got $620,000 in stocks, mostly invested in US equity market. And I recently took out a $70,000 investment loan and I bought Apple shares of them. You can see that in my previous video, linked right up here. So If I take $620,000 minus $70,000, that is $550,000 of net worth from stocks. Then I've got small amount, $5,000 in cryptocurrency. As I learn more about it, that will increase. Then I've got $50,000 in cash as liquidity and also the savings for a rainy day. Lastly, for retirement funds, I've got $290,000 in CPF, or we call it Central Provident Fund in Singapore. It's broken down into three parts. First is the ordinary account. I've got $130,000 there. In Singapore, we could use the amount in the ordinary account to pay for a housing loan. Then I've got a special account, which is $100,000. That amount can only be used when I retire. Lastly, the $60,000 for the MediSave account, which is used for health care. All in, my net worth today is 1.3 million Sing dollars, or $1 million US dollars.
Today, I'm going to share a snapshot of my progress towards my 2021 financial plan and my net worth update for September. So here's the cash portion for this month, and it is slightly down as we are still paying off our credit card bills from our wedding in August. And for this month, my stock has been performing quite okay. Tesla actually went up, though China stocks are still down. Next is my iFast and robo-advisors, and this is how much it has performed during the last 2 months. The Singapore pension system called the CPF. My strategy is actually the 1M65 method to get the risk-free interest of 4% by maximizing the amount in my SA and MA account. This method is not for everyone because your goals might be different from mine, and I have used this method to give me a safety net so that I could take other riskier investments. So here's the update for September. I am about $68,000 away from my $500,000 target.
I'm going to review my portfolio today because I ran out of ideas. But I will make sure you guys get to learn something after watching this video. So stay tuned and let's begin. So this is how much I deposited, a total of $173,000 into my Tiger account since February 2021. The portfolio have grew to its peak at $326,000, and a few days later it went and go down to $260,000. So currently this is my live portfolio now, sitting at $308,000. I'm on $16,000 cash. I own 80% of this portfolio. The other 20% I'm just managing for my family and friends.